Okay, I'm back with another video. Now I've featured two French directors, and now I'm going to show you some other French movies I have, but they're by various directors, so it's going to be sort of all over the place. One of these is going to be a box set, and I think that's the one at the end of the video. But we'll start off with the first one. This is a film by, I believe it's Catherine Breillat. Yes, it's called Romance. I think it's a NC-17 film. It involves sex, sexual activity, and various ways of how it is performed. It's a nice erotic movie, and I haven't watched this in a while, so it's just one of those types of movies that it's pretty direct in how it approaches sexual behavior. Now here's a Criterion. It's a film by Jean Cocteau, I believe. Yes, Jean Cocteau. I like this film, but I haven't seen it in years. And I had a videotape copy of it that I recorded off of public television. And, I liked it, but, that particular copy I had on the videotape, and I didn't have cable at that time, still don't, but when I recorded it and watched it off the tape, it's very static-like. It didn't have a good reception, so I'm going to look forward to it when I watch it in a clear, transfer now, and that's Beauty and the Beast. I like the Disney Beauty and the Beast a lot. That's a good movie, but this one's pretty interesting too. The Beast looks pretty interesting, doesn't he? This film was done in the 1930s, I believe. I'm trying to find some interesting shots here. There's one that one's kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't remember this film extremely well because I haven't seen it in years, but I'm looking forward. Beauty and the Beast. Here's a film by Georges Franju, Eyes Without a Face, which I believe is a horror movie. This is just a pamphlet, I guess. Not really a book. I don't know what this film really is all about. So tell me what you think of this movie. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, looks pretty interesting, from the clips I've seen. Or clip. This film, I guess I don't like as much as I used to like it. It's still a good movie. But if you had to pick Breathless or this one, I'm going to pick Breathless. But this is the 400 Blows. And this was a great, you know, when I talk about collaborations between musicians and directors, this is a great collaboration between an actor and a director. It's Jean-Pierre Léaud here. And he started in a series of these movies with Truffaut directing. You can get it as a box set from Criterion called something like The Adventures of Antoine Douanwell. That's the name of the character. And this is the starting point. This is the first one. And just it entails his time spent as a student, and all the trouble he gets into, but basically he's the victim of a lot of circumstances that don't go favorably for him. So it's still a good movie, though. I just I guess I'm not drawn to it as much as I was before, but and I think Breathless is a little bit better, but it's a good movie. Now this movie, I don't know if you can say that it's a great movie, but visually it's unbelievable to watch. Visually it's kind of visually it's really great. And I think there's some interesting documentaries on this as well. I take a watch of this. If you buy it, well, I don't know if you're gonna want to make repeat viewings of it, but I probably would give repeat viewings of it, even though it's not the greatest. I mean, visually it's pretty cool, you know. And maybe you sort of get into a groove of liking it after watching it for a while. I probably have to watch this one over again, you know. But it's and the use of sets and architecture. I mean, they had to build. This film went bankrupt. I mean, this film had a high budget, and then it bombed at the box office. But visually, you know, astounding to look at. The sets are unbelievable, and that's Jacques Tati's Playtime. And I don't think it has any like main characters in it. It's more avant-garde. It's various characters, and Tati puts himself in the film. He sort of inserts himself, or he inserts people dressed like him, and he directs those people. And I don't know if there's like a lot of close-ups in the film. There's like a lot of medium or long shots, and I think that makes it kind of an interesting movie in a way. You know, the architecture is kind of interesting, but it's worth a watch. This one's a really great film. I think Hitchcock liked this guy a lot, and this one's a pretty good movie. They made an American remake of it later on, many years later. This is Diabolique. This is an older edition of Diabolique that I have. I know there's a newer edition. Yeah, this is just a pamphlet. Some of these old Criterions, they just have pamphlets. They don't have booklets, you know. It's about a mistress and a wife who think they've, well, I shouldn't say who. They think they've murdered the headmaster. And the headmaster has a wife and a mistress, and the wife and the mistress try to murder him. But when they dump his body into the swimming pool, and the next day, and I believe that the swimming pool has a tarp on it so that, you know, they can hide their tracks. But when they go to the swimming pool the next day, his body has disappeared. And even though he's nowhere to be found, where'd the body go, you know? And that's sort of the mystery behind the rest of the movie. So that's worth watching. It's a pretty interesting movie, you know? And the ending is just unbelievable, you know? It's quite a surprise. Now here's the last single movie I'm going to talk about, and then I'll get into this box set. I might discuss the box set in another video. I think I'm going to do that. So this is going to be the last DVD that I cover in this video. I don't know who made this. I haven't watched it. I think I've heard it's a bad movie. I think I've heard it has cheesy effects. But I bought it at a library book sale, like used. And I don't mind watching films that are regarded as bad or cheesy, or I like guilty pleasures. You know, I like watching bad films because you can sort of not that great and good films aren't worth watching, but it's just I think you get a better way of adjusting the way you judge films by seeing a wide range of movies, and from having a wide range of movies to judge films from, you might enjoy a movie like this. But this is Brotherhood of the Wolf. It might have got a lot of bad reviews. I think it did. And I don't know how well it did at the box office. But yeah, that's Brotherhood of the Wolf. So that's it for this collection of French movies. I think the next video that I'm going to do is going to cover Eric Rohmer, which is a box set I have of his. I got it at the last Criterion Barnes & Noble sale. It's one of the more expensive Criterions, but I got it half off, and I'll talk to you about that in the next video. Bye.